Sting me.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at a game that's pretty small. So small, in fact, you can't even really see it on the table here, but it packs a lot of fun. It's a card deduction game, and you're either one card away from winning or one card away from losing. The game I'm talking about is Love Letter. If you've not yet seen this game, you definitely need to pick it up. It's a very low-cost game to get into. I think you can get it for like $8, $9, $10. But Love Letter is a game where each player is trying to win the heart of the princess. And you're trying to send this princess love letters. But you're also trying to stop the other players from delivering their letters of affection to the princess because you're trying to win her heart. It's a great card deduction game. It plays really fast. I'm going to show you the quick setup of this game. So let's jump in and let's set up Love Letter. Alright, so I'm going to set this game up box to table. A lot of times I have games kind of pre-set up, but this game is so small. Let's just jump in and let's set the game up. Right out of the box, the setup is really quick. It won't take long to go over the components. But first, real quick, let's go over what Love Letter is. Love Letter is a 2 to 4 player game. It's a card deduction game. And it plays in about 20 minutes. And it's very fast. It's 20 minutes for even a 4-player game. And depending on the experience of the players that have played it, you can play rounds really quick. But it's a lot of fun. Players really enjoy playing it because they want to get through the rounds and they want to see who can win and see who can deduce who's got what card and try to knock players out of the game. The player that can survive the round is the player that has successfully delivered their letter to the princess. And for each letter you deliver successfully, you gain tokens of affection. And depending on the number of players, once you reach a certain number of those tokens, you win the game. So for, I think, a 2-player game, 7 tokens, you're the winner. 3-player game, 5 tokens. And a 4-player game, if you get 4 tokens, you win. Let's jump in and let's set up Love Letter. As you can see, it's a pretty small box. There's not a whole lot to it. I think there's a total of 16 cards total. But you have your tokens of affection. And you're just going to set those to the side. And these are what players are going to use for scoring. And then as you can see, not a lot of cards. Very simple. Right off the top, you're going to get 4 reference cards. And you're just going to hand those to each of the player. And that just basically goes through, it tells you what cards are in the game. There's 8 different cards, and some cards are only found one time in the deck, whereas the guard cards, there's 5 copies of that. So you just want to hand these out to each player. And then you have the cards themselves, and those you're just going to simply have shuffled up. Give those a good shuffle. That really wasn't a good shuffle, but you get the idea. You're going to set the cards down. You'll set one card to the side. You won't be using that card. And then each player at the table is going to get one card off the top of the deck. Set these over here. And then each player looks at their card. And then you decide, I think the rules say whoever went on a date last, that's your first player. And then you just begin play. And you're going to go until players are knocked out of the round. The last player that's still in the round gets that token of affection. And like I said, at the end of, depending on how many players you have in the game, at the end with the most tokens of affection, that's who wins. The cards themselves are pretty easy to get and understand. We'll look at the guard card here. Each card is the same layout and the basic same icons and text for the most part. Up in the top left-hand corner, we have for the guard a number 1. That just means that's the rank of the card. So that's the lowest ranking card in the deck. The princess is the highest ranking card. She is number 8. Then we have the title of the card right here. Pretty simple. It's the guard. And then down here on the left-hand side, we have these stars. And these stars here just simply remind players of how many copies of that card are in the deck. So there's 5 copies of the guard card. So the princess, she's the top number 8 card. She only has 1 star because there's only 1 of her in the deck. Then we have the ability text down here in the bottom. And the guard card simply says, name a non-guard card and choose another player. If that player has that card, he or she is out of the round. So for this card, you're just simply going to play it by laying it down. You're going to think based on the cards you've seen played that are in the discard pile, maybe what you've seen in other players' hands. You're simply going to decide, I think someone has this card, and then you choose the player that you think has that card. And if the player does have that card, they have to discard their card and then they're out of the round. If you guess incorrectly, nothing happens and play continues. The next player would take their turn, and then that would continue until all players are knocked out of the round, leaving that one person left who successfully delivered their love letter to the princess and gaining that one token of affection. That's the setup for Love Letter. Like I said, pretty simple, easy game to get. A lot of non-gamers are going to have fun with this game because the theme is a lot of fun, and it reaches a lot of people. It's very Renaissance, love letter. It's not over the top science fiction. It's not over the top fantasy. This is a theme that I think a lot of people will enjoy playing. But I think this really is going to gather people around the game table that like card games, like fast card games, like a little bit of card deduction. Love Letter is going to be a great game for those people. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let us know if you did by giving us those thumbs up. Let us know if you have any comments in the comment box below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you guys later.